Children in the 19th century were more often seen than heard. After a hard day's work in the cornfield under the hot summer sun, they were usually ready to retire as soon as the evening meal was over. Millard, Myra's great-grandfather, was no exception. Early one spring evening, as the yellow moon crept over the mountain tops, he was awakened by the rumbling of a horse-drawn wagon as it thumped over the dirt road in front of his house. He peered out the window and was astonished to see a slave being dragged behind an old cart. Inquisitiveness filled every fiber of his body until he could stand it no longer. He pulled on some clothes and rushed out the back door. As he tagged behind the men, he was able to pick up pieces of their conversation. Jock, the slave, had been accused of raping and mutilating the body of a young white girl, a neighboring farmer's daughter. The farmer had found him standing over the body, his hands dripping with blood. Jock swore that he was innocent, but since he had worked a short time as a hired hand, no one believed his story. He stated that he had found the girl lying between the house and the barn. Thinking that she needed help, he had stopped to give his assistance, and as he bent over the body, her father came out of the house and assumed the worst. Tempers flared, and before Jock knew what was happening, the local farmers had him convicted and on the way to the apple orchard to be hanged. No one heard his explanations as he begged for his life. The wagon was placed beneath the largest tree, and a rope was noosed around his neck. As the horse pulled the wagon from beneath him, his last words rang loud and clear, "I am innocent." Later the same spring, all but one tree in the apple orchard withered and died. Now it stands alone, bearing fruit that is envied by every farmer for miles around. If one visits the orchard on the anniversary of the hanging, the faint voice of Jock calling, "I am innocent," can still be heard.